You're like the wind. You're like a butterfly. Need to be seen. You
Hey Q, good to see you.
You always
Starting in just a minute after the song.
you never tell me when. You need the wind, the wind. It always takes you there. Always the same routine in the morning. You always leave me without a warning. Without you here, babe, I'm feeling lonely. Come on and calm down my body, baby. I need your healing now. So please spare me this feeling now. But it's okay now, as long as you're here. As long as I know you stand to me. But it's okay now, as long as you're here. As long as I know you stand to me. You're like a dream. You're like a waterfall, floating downstream. Once again, I fall.
You said you saw me at the Bentley dealership. I think the luxury car I'm going to. I'm pretty sure my luxury car is going to be a Maserati. Feeling pretty sure my luxury car will be a Maserati. No, this is not for women only. Thank you for asking, but no, this is not for women only. That is Fly Back to Me by Gloria Tales, and that is royalty-free music being provided by Epidemic Sounds. Good afternoon and happy Saturday if you're joining me live. This is your girl, Rain Woman. Welcome to all of my new supporters and welcome back to all of my returning supporters. You can't date a tall guy with a Maserati. It's too tight. Actually, that's not true because I recently test drove. A Maserati on Christmas Eve. One of my friends actually has a Maserati. As matter of fact, he has the same color Maserati that I desire. And he is very tall. Like he is super tall. So I'm actually kind of too short for it because when I pull the seat all the way forward, then the top of the seat touches the roof of the car. But that's what I need for me to be able to see over the steering wheel. However, Maserati is going to be my luxury car. So, okay, so that was me responding to Q497. Let me turn this music down just a little bit. And this video, like my other content, is not for anyone 17 years old or younger. This is adult content. So also I want to give an opportunity for anyone who has been recently victimized in any kind of way, in any kind of way. If you have recently been victimized by something and you are easily triggered, or if in the past you have been a victim of any predatory nature, any type of abuse, I want to give in. Once again, you might be easily triggered. I want to give you an opportunity to and an option to click off of this stream and maybe tune in to this stream another time or never. But I want you to protect yourself if you're triggered or easily triggered, and opt out of this video at this time. Hello, Shalom Kujit. And let me see, do I have anyone else while I'm looking, see, give you guys an opportunity. Does he put his legs in the back seat? Oh my goodness, no, it was, no. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, you are right, because he had to push his seat. He has to have the seat pushed way back to make up for to give room for his long legs. Oh my goodness. So you're right. It is kind of made for smaller people. Oh my gosh. But it's still too big for me. I've been hearing news about D-Wade and his son. Okay, so anyone who, yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's something, cool, Jen. So hopefully anyone that was going to click off have already clicked off, so I can get into this video. Of course, if we're here, we are utilizing what? We are using the internet. And the reason why I'm acknowledging that at this moment, because the internet is a very powerful thing. And the internet is a tool that can be used for us, or it can be used against us. Either way, the internet is a very powerful tool. And one of the things that makes the internet so powerful is because of the easy access to direct information. Literally, practically anything that you want to learn about, you want more information of, www, Google, whatever. I mean, it's literally at the fingertips. Because most of us have some type of smart device, right? Either a smartphone, we have smart computers. I mean, we have smart gadgets all around us. So we have access to the internet, access to information literally at our fingertips. Now, the thing about it being, greetings, King Wolf Clan, King Queen Wolf Clan, and welcome. In order for it to be powerful and to work for us, would be us using it in a way that's beneficial. When we don't use it in a way that's beneficial to us, then it can become something that is harmful to us, right? And honestly, especially when it comes to social media, honestly, I right now am a firm believer that social media is not for everyone. Everyone should not use social media because some people simply cannot handle it. And it's not even whether or not you are an adult or just a child, a teenager, whatever. There are many adults who do not know how to handle this social media and this internet thing. And it's kind of scary, which kind of brings me into the topic. So let me say this. Nothing happened. Peace, DOD. Nothing happened for me to do this stream, this title, with a celebrity, all right? This is not celebrity breaking news. Part of this is because we as adults really need to be better, and we have to help each other to be better. So let me talk about Me Too. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to read to you, because we're going to talk about predators, right? So let's talk about a predator. We're going to talk about a predator, we're going to talk about prey, and we're going to talk about punishment for the predators, right? Now, y'all note that because y'all know I did not take notes, okay? There are no notes running for this. I don't have anything itemized for this stream. But note, I want to talk about predators. I want to identify prey and punishment for the predators. We're going to talk about punishment for the predator. And this might actually be kind of surprising. So a predator, when it comes to an animal, is an animal that naturally preys on others. And you guys know that in the wildlife and in the cycle of life, there are many, many predators. Pretty much there's a cycle, like everything has to feed off of something for the most part, right? Number 2, predator. A person or group that ruthlessly, remember this word, that ruthlessly exploits others. A person or group that ruthlessly exploits others. Y'all, when I read what a predator is, and when I think about the nature of a predator, peace, Joe, good to see you. I don't think of someone that I can reason with, right? Does a predator, when you read the definition, when you hear the definition, does a predator sound like someone or something you can reason with? Does it sound like something or someone you can hold accountable for its morals? Because when I read it and when I think about predators, I don't think of something or someone that I can reason with. I don't think of something or someone that would be easily persuaded by my mood, by my emotions, or anything that I am sensitive to. Now, this is very important because what I see a lot of times is I see people trying to reason with someone that preyed upon them. trying to make sense and trying to make their predator empathize with them, trying to make their predators have compassion for them. And I liken that to an animal in the wild, knowing who their predators are. And instead of trying to get away from the predator, standing there trying to reason with the predator. Let's say like a shark. Let's go to the water. Let's say like a shark and a squid or a seal. Let's take a shark and a seal. Can you imagine a seal trying to reason with a shark? Hey, Judge Dre. Okay, darling. Have a good day, okay? Thank you. Or imagine yourself as a human being. Imagine you being in the deep waters of the ocean, just enjoying like a quick surf, you're just enjoying the beach, and you get caught by waves. And imagine coming face to face with a shark, trying to reason with a shark. I can imagine him, so Judge Gray says, I can imagine him doing it, but I imagine him being eaten trying to fast. Exactly, Judge Gray, exactly. So I say that to say, as humans, trying to reason with someone that's preying upon you, or someone that you deem as a predator, is illogical. And you're hurting yourself. I heard my nature mention, and I came around. You came a swimming, Jack's babe. You came a swimming. I want to address also my ladies, okay? So before I get to that, let me go to, so let's talk about predator, right? The opposite of a predator is what? The prey, the person being eaten, the thing being eaten or taken alive, being used, exploited, the prey, right? If you have been preyed upon, if you have been exploited, if you have been used in any way by a predator, you have been the prey. And live long enough, and some of us don't have to live too long. We will all fall victim, we will all fall prey to something or someone in our lifetime, period. In some kind of way, we're going to fall victim, we're going to fall prey unto something. In some instances, though, in some instances, there will be some restitution. Most times, more times than not, there won't be. But in every instance, just like every situation, everything in life, there is an opportunity for us to learn something. So even when we have been victimized, even when we have fallen prey to something or someone, there is an opportunity to learn something. While it may seem natural and instinctive to first go and try to counterattack your predator or the situation, I would like to inform you that that actually is a time stealer, because while that is instinctive, it is emotional. And hang around me long enough, and you will learn, if you haven't already gotten this lesson in life, is that while emotions are good and healthy to have, emotions do not serve us when making decisions. They will usually work against us. Which is why I'm a strong component, a serious advocate for us mastering, even women, because I do not believe by any shape, form, or fashion that women are incapable of controlling their emotions. That is a lie. I debunk it. I'll debunk it by, if no other reason and no other example, I will debunk it with me. Emotions are manageable if you choose to manage them. It will serve us best to master them in life. It'll serve us best to master them, especially as adults, so that we can better help our younger people to manage their emotions, to be in control of their emotions. So instead of trying to counterattack your predator in hopes that you can punish them, in hopes that you can see them be rewarded with failure or embarrassment, with loss, anything that will make you feel better for having been their victim. I say it would be better and serve you better to get the lesson in the situation. Blessings, Donna. Peace. Good to see you. If we're preyed upon, and it's definitely, it never feels good. It will not feel good to admit that you have been a victim of someone in any kind of way, right? It's just a terrible feeling, terrible feeling. But take into consideration the situation that allowed you to fall victim, and see where can you take responsibility. Now this is hard. I know that what I'm saying right now is not going to be popular, especially for women, because the most popular thing to do and the most expected thing to do is to be, me too, me too. It happened to me too. Got you too. Got you too. Got you, got me. Got you, got me. Got her, got him. Got him, got me. Oh, got another one? Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. And in all of the identifying, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too, never taking a look at ourselves. Hi, Otho. never taking a look at ourselves. Like, if, man, like really taking a look at what it is about us that put us in this predicament. Were there any flags that I overlooked? Were there any signs that I ignored? What subtle things did I sweep under the rug? Or was there anything about this person that I felt like because they did something to someone else, they just wouldn't do it to me? All of these and a few other things are some things that we should really take a look at. And the reason I want to take a look at these things is because if you don't, chances are you will fall victim over and over and over again. Now, some people try to be strong or they try to come off tough. Some people try to come off tough right after they've been victimized, right? A lot of tough talk. Tough talk while yet screaming how they've been victimized. And let me tell you why that doesn't work. And all that tough talk, you're only fooling yourself. You're certainly not fooling your predator. If you're doing this in the face of your predator, you're not fooling them. They already know that you're not that tough. You know how they know that? Because you've already become their victim. You don't become prey by being strong. You don't become prey by being tough. You don't become prey by being prepared. No. Predators are very strategic. Human predators, predators in general, they are very strategic. And you're usually not their first victim. They have certain criteria, certain things that they are looking for to identify you as prey. So you're not fooling them by no. The only thing you're doing with them is you are, in most cases, you're actually giving them a prize. Because if your predator was narcissistic, if your predator was a sociopath or a psychopath, you are rewarding them by trying to prove to them how strong you are in their face immediately after being victimized. You are rewarding them with the delight of seeing you, of seeing your downfall, of seeing your meltdown, of seeing your attempt to recover. Kind of like a roach being sprayed with a can of Raid. We already know how it's going to end, right? Even if the roach gets like its second breath, right? We already know how it's going to end. Even if the roach scurries away somewhere, or a spider, even if it scurries away, we already know what the end result is going to be. It's going to die. That little last leg kick, that little last performance means nothing. The outcome is still going to be give it just a little bit, go get your paper towel or your broom, and get ready to get it up because it is going to die. So that's what you look like when you're trying to look like you were not really affected by being a victim. Trying to confront your predator and make them feel bad. If they're narcissistic, if they're sociopathic, if they are a psychopath, they feel nothing but delight in your last song and dance. Cute performance. But that's all it is a cute performance. My supreme sis, Rosie Reigns. I am doing wonderful today. Thank you for asking, sis. How are you? So when you to take a look at yourself, when we take a look at ourselves and try to see what was it about me that made me pray? Because see, that's the thing that you want to go back and fix. That has more to do with you than it does the predator. And that's what you have control over. See, when we're trying to confront predators, when we're trying to make predators feel empathy, trying to make them feel our pain, trying to make them apologize, we're still, in a way, we're still rooting for the predator. And we're putting more faith in the predator and more power to the predator than with ourselves. And we are setting ourselves up for yet another predator. It's like a cycle. Donna just being real says, narcissist and sociopath are the devil's helper. They only come into your life for supply and destroy you. They are pure evil. Doesn't sound like someone I can reason with, Donna. It's good to hear that you're doing great too, Rosie Reigns. Always a pleasure, my supreme sis. So you really want to check on that. Another thing is, this is not going to sound, this is not good news. This is not good news, okay? It's not. But you got to hear this. We need to confront this and we need to hear this. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot punish the predator. The predator cannot be punished. There is nothing that you can do to punish your predator. Nothing. 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 There is nothing that you can do to punish your predator. the only real punishment for a predator, and I am not promoting this, I'm just saying the only thing, the only is death. That's it. It's for them to die. Not saying go be the cause of it. I'm just saying it because as breathing, as long as they're living, there is nothing that you can do, especially if they are narcissistic. No, King, no, Queen Womban said kill him. I didn't know. I did not say that. I did not say kill them. No. If the circumstance, I will say this, all is fair in war. All is fair in war. And that's all I'm going to say to that. But getting them locked up, listen, I've worked in prison, right? She said, yes, yes. I've worked in prisons. Prison is not punishment. Okay, I'm not mad at you, sis. She said, I stand on that. You stand on it then. That's right, you stand on it. Punishment. Prison is not punishment for predators. Even in prison, they will still be predators. She said, fair enough. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, King Womban. You are the light. But no. So prison is no, it's not a punishment. Is it a consequence? Yes. Predators can be consequenced, but they cannot be punished. When you realize that, I mean, when you really, 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 really realize that, me too. When you accept that, truly realize it and accept it, you will spend less time wasting away. Peace, sis. Good to see you, help away in real talk. Trying to punish them, trying to make them feel bad for how you're overcoming. Listen, let me tell you something. Predators, listen, I know this is not the easiest talk to receive. Predators don't care if after they have preyed upon you, if after you have been their victim, they don't care if you all of a sudden, flourish. You flourishing is not their punishment. Okay? You flourishing after being a victim is what you owe to yourself. Because I'm going to tell you something else. Listen, you cannot be a victim and victorious at the same time. Get it? You cannot be a victim and be the victor at the same time. A lot of times when we are trying to prove to our predators that they're not going to hold us back, you're not going to hold me back, you're not going to hold me down, you're not going to stop me, and you're trying to point out all of their bad traits. I get it, it's reactive and it is instinctive. You have got to let them know how bad they are, how ruthless. They already know. You're not sharing anything with them they don't know about themselves. The only thing is that they embrace it. Okay? They embrace it. They are cool with who they are. Okay, they're good with. They're cool. Okay, you can't. Instead of trying to make them feel bad, you know, you may want to hope that they are able to come to some level of repentance. Because apart from repentance and death, listen, you will get no other satisfaction from doing your final performance in front of them. Your victory dance, no, they don't care. Your victory dance does not do anything to them. They don't feel anything about it. Nothing. They feel nothing. So all that energy is what you need to give that energy to yourself. Internet. So while the internet is your friend, use the internet. If you don't want to go pick up a book. Oh my gosh. Okay, so King Wolf Clan sis said, pay their bill and hunt them. I lost my train of thought with that with that one, King Wolf Clan. I gotta remember. Put all of that energy to yourself and use the internet. If you don't want to pick up a book and do research, no need to be sorry, and learn what were the things that made you victim? What was the things that made you able to be prey? Oh, King Wolf Clan. Do you need to leave though? Um, but because you need to figure that out so that you can gain strength for yourself to be better. You got to do it. It's not the time to really be consoled with a lot of positive energy. Positive energy has its place, but positive energy is not a substitute for spiritual and emotional, and it's not a substitute for responsibility. It is not a substitute for responsibility. You know, sometimes we're so busy trying to point out the faults. Hey, VW, we're so busy trying to point out the faults in the predator, and we're so busy trying to make the predator feel bad. We're so busy trying to punish the predator that we skip, we omit taking any kind of responsibility for any role we might have played. And I get it. Sometimes looking in the mirror, y'all, sometimes looking in the mirror it's not cool. Sometimes the reflection coming back to us. Sometimes the reflection from the inside is not pretty. Sometimes it's just not attractive. But I'm gonna tell you what's even uglier than that. Always pointing the finger at someone else. Always being a victim. Always being a victim. And the reason why that's one of the reasons why that is uglier is because you will never be victorious. And anything that you say and anything that you do, trying to look, trying to appear victorious, only reveals more holes in your armor. Only reveals more weaknesses. Only reveals more opportunities. Because predators are always able to identify their prey. They know the right bait. So you have to ask yourself, what was it about the bait that got your attention? How did you, how did you fall for the bait while other people were walking around the bait, while other people didn't even see the bait? How did you, how were you the one to be entrapped? Because you took the bait. I'm going to read the comments and come back. Oh my goodness, let me see. Q497 says, hi Q497, haha, she has guns, so the knives should be the least of your worries. Actually, guns and knives. Then Q4 says, these are the Rosa Ray, these are the times I'm glad I am not married. If we're to open the front door and hear my woman, if I were to open the front door and hear my woman listen to this, I would be easing the door closed while walking backwards. King Wolf Clan says the whole system is designed to punish the person harmed, it looks like. Mm. Rosa Reyes then responded to Q for saying, do you think she shouldn't be listening to this? And he responds with, I don't know. I just don't want to have to pay for the sins of the guy who came before me. I am in agreement of that, Q497. Of course you want to walk into this deadly raver. Of course you do. I was asked at the beginning of this stream, was this stream only for women? And I said, no, this stream, this is a unisex stream. Listen, because here's the thing too, right? Men and women, males and females fall victim to predators and are preyed upon. Different reasons given the predator, right? So anyone at any given time, she was like, I have no choice now. Shields up, weapon system to maximum. Let's do it. We will all, man, I think all you got to do, some people become a victim early in life, like, super early. But since this is an adult stream, then I'm addressing the adults, right? But I mean, everybody will be a victim to something at some point in time in their life. Everyone. And I would like to see, I just want to help as adults and as the adults, in my audience. And I want to help us to be better adults by looking at situations from different angles. Being willing and being challenging to take on different approaches, different challenges to be better, so that we can be better adults for ourselves, for each other, and we can help develop a better younger generation for the future. I'm laughing at one of the comments. So because we have access to the internet, instead of using it to always jump in front of a camera with social media, um, use it. When you become a victim of something, use the internet to seek information about the situation and about the kind of people you were dealing with. Find yourself in it so that you can have something to actually equip you to recover, equip you to get back on top, equip you to be empowered, equip you to be victorious, so that when you tell someone else about your story, peace there and welcome. You don't have to, every time you tell your story, sound like the victim or go right back into the place of being a victim and constantly relive it from a victim perspective. Sometimes, instead of always trying to tell people about what you've gone through, can we begin to talk about how we got over? But here's the thing, you're not ever going to be able to tell anyone how you got over if you never get over. Too much like right. It is too much like right, damn it. I agree. So, I'm going to say this too. So now I'm about to get into this with my ladies, right? And so let me get into this. First of all, hold on. Let me take off this. Let me take off this extra hair because I'm wearing an extra ponytail on top of my ponytail. I was trying it out and it's hot and my hair is heavy enough. So take that off. That kind of feels better. Anyway, so men, oh men. My sisters. Man, I love my sisters. I do. God knows I do. And I'm here for you. I am. But I'm a little fed up, man. I'm a little fed up. And I'm addressing the sisters right now because I'm hearing this more from sisters, okay? I'm hearing this part more from the women more than I am the men. And I'm a woman, so let me go ahead and address this like this, right? Um, I'm fed up. I'm a little fed up. I'm like 5'1" now. I mean 50. I'm in this place staying in my height where they're like, well, you can say you're 5 feet, but you're not really 5 feet, but you're not 4'11", like you're taller than 4'11". So anyway, I'm not we're gonna say I'm 5 feet, right? 5 feet. And I'm standing 6 feet. I'm standing under 6 feet. Hey Robbie, good to see you. I'm just about 5 feet and I'm standing in 6 feet of the victimhood, the repeated victimhood. The repeated victimhood of females. I love you too, Robbie. The repeated victimhood of females. Repeating cycles of falling prey, falling victim of the same types of people, the same types of situations over and 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 over again. And over again. Pulling on sympathy cards everywhere that they go. And taking zero to very little responsibility for the roles that they have played in their own pattern of victimization. So instead of getting better, each and every time they're really getting worse. And I don't like it. There are many reasons why I don't like it. But one of the main reasons why I don't like it is because some of these people have children. And it's a really bad look. It's a really bad example for our children. And if you have children, then it's a really bad example for your own children. Because as an adult, you're kind of just demonstrating that you don't have control in situations. And going on a heartstring tour is what I'm going to call it. You know, a tour around everywhere that you can go. Tell your story, draw in a crowd, play the heartstrings, pull on our heartstrings. And in some instances, cause other people to relive traumatic situations themselves. Something that they have either gotten better from or were overcoming, and yet, you know, coming around hearing people on this heartstring tour now causing them to have a setback, a flashback or a setback. And I think that is selfish. I think it's unfair. There are 1-800 numbers, if we're in crisis, but you know, sometimes we like to now because of social media, instead of getting help, instead of seeking help, instead of being willing to accept help, we just get on social media and have whole meltdowns on social media. And we just draw everybody in to this innocent energy pool. And then if we say something, like I sometimes, if we say something to kind of try to shift the atmosphere or to try to bring some logic to the situation, right? And try to strengthen the person with some advice or some information that kind of takes the emphasis off of the predator so much and kind of back on, self-healing and recognition, acknowledgement, and just get into a better space, right? I get mad. I get mad. Let me sip my tea. But then some of it is attention seeking, right? See, there are so many different factors, and the audience. Hey, welcome, Sheila E. Good to see you. When you're in the audience, you can't take in all these different factors because you're so caught up in the main event, the main act, right? So if someone is just upset temporarily, or if someone's attention seeking, you're just caught up, you're just all caught up in it. And I'm not saying, I'm not negating any validity to anyone's traumatic experience. I am looking at this from a wider angle to approach this and to discuss this from different perspectives to encourage, inspire, and empower my audience. Listen, if you're listening to me, if you're one of my supporters, your girl Rain Woman has overcome a lot of things. A lot of things. I have seen, I'll be 50 years, literally, I will be 2020, I'll be 50 years old this year. I have seen a lot, I've experienced a lot, I've overcome a lot, I've gone through a lot, and I'll be honest. I will be honest, man. A lot of things that I've experienced, some of my hardships, I brought on myself. I can't blame my mama, I can't blame my dad, I can't blame my grandfolks, can't blame my environment. I can only blame me. Okay, it was me. It was me. It was me. And then in some instances, actually just being a victim. Being a victim. Being preyed upon. Someone found weakness in my armor. I had some lessons. Being naive. Being too kind. Being too generous. Being too loving. Being too cheerful. Being too happy. being too trusting, believing people to have, and believing and expecting others to have the same kind of heart or the same kind of spirit that I have, the same kind of intentions, the same moral compass. Only to find out that no, it's not like that. It is not like that. Everyone don't have my moral compass. Okay? It just don't. Could be many reasons why they don't. They just, but the bottom line is they just don't have it. Period. There's nothing that I'm going to do, nothing I'm going to say that's going to give them that moral compass. There's nothing I'm going to say, nothing I'm going to do that's going to make anyone any better than what they desire to be or what they intend to be. Period. Some people grow, some people just get old. Get that? Maturity does not come with age. That is a lie. Wisdom does not come with age. No, there are a lot of old fools out there. A lot of them. There are a lot of dumb people. There's a lot of dumb old people. Dumb. They can't teach you nothing. The only thing they can teach you is how to not be like them. That's it. That's all they can teach you is to how to not be like them. Period. They have nothing else to offer. Nothing else to offer. It's a lot of immature. It is a lot of immature old people out here. Peace complex. Good to see you, my love. A lot of them. There's a lot of immature old people. Immature. I mean, you might as well. They're like 70, 60, 80. You might as well just pass them some dominoes, some cards, pass them some little go-karts, stuff like that. You just let them pass them a game system and let them play their hearts out because they have nothing else to offer. There are no lessons they have to teach you. You can't get an intelligent conversation out of them if you paid them for it. If you would say, I would give you $1 million to teach me something to make my life better, you would still be a millionaire because they wouldn't be able to teach you. They wouldn't be able. You could say, I will give you $500 just for us to have an intelligent conversation with absolutely no jokes, no sarcasm, nothing about sports, nothing about celebrities, just an intelligent conversation where you and I both leave feeling more aware, more informed, and feeling really good. You will still have $500 because they won't be able to earn it. And it's a very sad truth, but it's a reality. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. Not at all. So I've overcome enough to be able to tell you one thing I have learned between being a victim and being victorious is that I can't do both at once. When I am in victimhood, when Rain and Woman is in victimhood status, that's what I am. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I am not victorious. I don't become victorious until I choose to be victorious. Until I choose to no longer be victimized by the thing I fell victim, by the thing or person that I fell victim to. Then and only then do I begin to be victorious. Now, when you become a victim of something, by all means, acknowledge that. Acknowledge it. Don't try to pretend it didn't happen because you do no one any good by pretending it didn't happen. If you were raped, you were raped. If you were raped, you were raped. And that's horrible. If you were a sexual assault victim of any kind, that is horrible. That is horrendous. It is a travesty. You can acknowledge that. If you were robbed, someone robbed you of something, a precious item, anything. If you were robbed, you were robbed. You were robbed. If someone broke into your house and stole something, you were victimized. Stole your car, broke into your car, you were victimized. Acknowledge it. It's okay to acknowledge it. And if it pissed you off, it was supposed to, yeah. Because no one gets raped and said, I enjoyed that. That was great. Let's do that again. Please, wow, that was wonderful. Let's do that again. No one does that. No one says, that was fun. I'm so glad you robbed me. I'm so glad they robbed me. I'm looking forward to the next time. What? No one says that. It's horrible. You're vulnerable. When that happens, the last thing you feel is powerful. You don't feel powerful. I don't care. You can be the wisest woman and the strongest man. When something like that happens to you, you don't feel powerful. You don't feel great. You don't feel beautiful. You don't feel loved. You don't feel mighty. No, you don't feel like a conqueror. No. I think the thing that even makes you feel even the most upset is that you feel the opposite of all those things. You don't feel found, you feel lost. You don't feel whole, you feel broken. You feel shattered. Yeah, acknowledge that. You don't feel like facing the world, taking on the world, taking over the world. You don't feel like that. You feel like falling under the world. That's why we want our predators, our abusers, our assailants to feel the pain. That's why we want them to feel the punishment of us flourishing as we are trying to. That's why we want to punish them because of how we feel, because of the reality of our feelings, which are very, very valid. So we acknowledge that. But you can't stay there. You can't be in that place and think by any means, especially if you're doing it on social media, literally having a meltdown or going on these heartstring tours. Yeah, you're not going to find your strength in that. You're not. It doesn't matter how many people say, hey, I support you. Hey, I got your back. Hey, good for you. You stand up. It doesn't matter how many people say that. When you turn off the cameras, when you stop typing on your social media or on your blog, when you stop all of that, it's you getting in that bed. Even if you're in the bed with somebody else, they're not in your skin. They're not in your head, right? They're not. So everything that somebody said to you on social media and while you were on camera, it's cool, but that won't be the thing to heal you. And that won't be the thing for you that makes you victorious. It's just another dance. Let me go through the chat before it gets away from me and I can't go back to anything. Rosie Reyes says, oh goodness, weed was coming out. I don't think I'm ready for this. Billy Raver says, I still cannot wrap my mind around the fact that Tarana Me Too Burke is not engaged and will be married. Good for her. Good for her. Being a victim does not mean being a victim or being a part of a movement or taking a stand does not mean that a person does not deserve goodness. It doesn't mean that they should be relinquished to trauma forever. I don't want people to be relinquished to their trauma forever. And I don't like trauma bonders. Listen, I am the wrong person. I am the wrong person to come to. If you do trauma bonding, Raymond Woman is not your chick. I'm not her. I'm not her. I'm not her. I do not do trauma bonding. No, no. If we bond through trauma, it's for us to overcome the trauma, not for us to relive it, not for us to live in it. No, it is to overcome. I choose, and you have the power to choose. Two, I choose to live a life that is victorious. If I am going to live, if the Most High is going to see fit that I continue to open my eyes, I choose to live a life that is victorious. It is intentional, it means being proactive in every aspect, but I choose it. Therefore, I am and will be. Period. Q4 says, LOL, take off extra hair. That's the same thing Dr. Phil said, apparently. And now for the bad news. She's pregnant. Hey, be pregnant. And enjoy your pregnancy, Tarana. I don't wish her any harm or bad. Let's see here. Hello, chat. Please thumb up the line if you haven't done so already, and please share the stream. Thank you, Robbie. I really appreciate that. Q4 said, that's a lot of overs. Yes, I did. I said over and over and over again. Yes. So Rosie Red says, it's easy to be a victim when you're like this. Some people take advantage of that. And then the narrator says, if you have a choice between watching CNN and jumping into an active volcano, choose the volcano. It is less painful. That is too funny. Speaking to each other in the chat, wonderful. Let's see here. I'm almost caught up. Rosie Red says, look at R. Kelly. He is a victim who became the predator. His predators could have had that same story, just a vicious cycle. Just a vicious cycle. Exactly. Exactly, Rosie Rage. So a quick recap. We're gonna all fall victim at some point in time in our life. Listen, you live long enough, you will fall victim to things more than once in life. You know what I'm saying? We all get caught. Even when we're on guard, right? Even when we're on guard, we all get caught slipping sometimes. It is just a fact, a point of life. But when you get caught off guard, or when you just, or when it's just life happening that you just fall victim to it, listen, you have a choice to either lie down and say me too, and there's nothing wrong with saying me too. But if all you want to be is a hashtag, if the only thing you want to be remembered for is a hashtag, I suggest to you that you do not keep following me. I suggest if the only thing you want to be relinquished to is a hashtag, I will disappoint you. As a voice, as an influencer, I will disappoint you. Because for myself, I am better than a hashtag. I choose better than a hashtag for those around me. A hashtag is not good enough. To only be relinquished to a hashtag, to me, is degrading. It's not rewarding. It's pitiful. Hashtag reigning woman. Hashtag she reigns. Those are good hashtags. Those are the hashtags that I don't mind being relinquished to because those are powerful. There's nothing victim about those hashtags. Those hashtags mean that I can overcome anything, and anything that I cannot overcome on my own, I trust the God above and the God within. I trust the Creator. What I can't trust people with. See, I can't, let me tell you something, guys. We put too much trust in, we put too much hope and too much faith in people to help get us over. When they don't have a victorious story of their own. So at best, all they can do is be a cheerleader and someone to sip wine with. I don't know, cheerleaders are great, they have a place. But you cannot put too much faith, too much strength in that, too much power in that. So I put my trust for the things that I cannot overcome on my own. I am grateful for a support system. I advise you, I encourage you to find a handful of people that you can surround yourself with and that can surround you, that you can count on each other for support on and off camera. Listen, I said on and off camera, on and off social media. You need people in your life that you can be vulnerable enough and weak enough to cry to and cry on and cry with, and at the same time, lock arms, lock arms and stand up together. You need people that if you can't knock arms because one of you is too weak, you need people that can put you on their back and carry you until you no longer need to be carried. And listen, don't take that. Okay, Robbie, listen, don't abuse that. Don't abuse being carried. Don't let somebody carry you for 4 years and you're not trying to walk. You're not trying to get back on your feet. Don't do that. That's lazy. That is lazy. That is trifling and it's irresponsible. It is lame. And it is nothing beautiful about that. It is nothing powerful about that. That is weak. That is weak. Don't you abuse. Do you know that's why some people don't have a support system offline because they have abused it. Don't you leech off of your support system. And you need people around you that you can also carry when they can't walk. You need truthers around. You need people that will tell you the truth about who you are and who you're being, and vice versa. You need people to tell you, you know what? I was with you. You know what? When this first happened, I was with you. You know, I got you and everything. But now, I mean, it's 4 months now. It's 4 months now, and at this point, I feel like you're just milking the situation. At this point, I feel like you're draining me, you're draining my resources, you're soaking up my energy, you're soaking up my time. I can't think, I can't function. My relationship is being, my relationship is being affected because I'm trying to carry you as my sister or my brother. My relationship is being affected. My man's complaining, my wife is complaining, the kids complaining. I gave you, we had sessions, we had tools, and it looks like you're not using your tools right now to help you get better. So you need people to tell you that so that you don't keep BSing yourself, you're not BSing them, and you're not BSing the world. Period. You need the people. You need the people to tell you that you're being a pain in the ass. Carrying you right now is a pain in the ass because you're heavy. You're like dead weight at this point. You're like dead weight. Have you ever tried to carry dead weight? Everyone is not equipped to carry dead weight. It takes a special person to carry dead weight. Can't carry, dead weight. I hear you, Dad. So Daniel River says, let me go back up a little bit. Rosie Red says, hurt, pain, depression, etc. is an option. Defeat is not. Okay. Robbie said, humans will snake you. They will. They will. Chop a snake off at the head. Daniel River says, and that is exactly why I'm alone now. I want to help people, but the ones who were here only wanted to help themselves. Yeah. Shalom, Bee Sparrows. Shalom, sis. Good to see you. You need people in that, though. We need people like that in our lives to give us that. And we need people. If you don't have people in your lives that they can tell you the good and the bad, and vice versa, you don't have real friends. And we all need at least one real person, y'all. David Raver says, yep, I've carried dead weight before. Small pro tip. Stay away from Everclear. It turns human beings into sandbags. Sandbags that talk too much on your back. That's right. He also says, I've got like one guy who's a true friend now. One's enough. Listen, one good friend, one good, honest, solid friend is better than 1,000 buddies. See, buddies are only good for a good time. Buddies are only good for a good laugh. That's all a buddy. Listen, don't go to your buddy with a sob story because buddies are not here for sob stories. Buddies are the ones that will make jokes because they can't deal with a sob story. Sob stories make them feel some kind of way that they're not ready to deal with. They haven't dealt with their own sob stories, so they certainly don't want to deal with another. And that's fine. Buddies have a place too, right? I am not against buddies because buddies have a place too. Because sometimes we also need people that will make us forget how effed up our situation is, how effed up we are, how effed up something that we've been through was. We just need to laugh. Like a good solid hearty laugh, a good solid hearty forget what happened. Buddies are great for that. But you need those ones. You need that one that you can cry to and they can tell you the truth. They can cry to you because it's not fair. It's not fair for you to always be the only one crying. That ain't fair. That is not fair. And even if it's not physical tears, it might be somebody may need a spiritual cry. Somebody just not might need a really good rant. I just give me that. I just need one time. I just need to just go off. I just need to go off. I just need to cuss, swear. I just need to fall out and scream and yell and punch something. And you just be there through all of that. That's what I need. You just let me do it. I'll be all right. And don't judge me. I just need you to let me do that and don't judge me. I'll get back to myself. Just let me do this. Let me pour out. Because you're human. Because we're human. When I was in a car accident on the 31st, y'all, I was shook up. Then when the car accident that I was in several weeks ago gave me flashbacks because it was not my first car accident. And I was shook up. I was pissed. I was distraught. All of that. And along with other things going on in my life at the same time, I was pissed. I think pissed is an understatement. I was grateful to still be here, grateful that my car, is still drivable and all that. But sometimes even when you're grateful, sometimes there is chaos around your testimony. So I had chaos around my testimony. And I was pissed. Distraught. I was scared. I was shook up. I had different emotions. I had all kind of things going on. But I had God and I had friends that I could call and I could vent to. And I was like, and I could say everything that I was feeling, everything. And they got it. They got it. They got my frustration. They got my anger. And they got that I was grateful, but they got that I needed to vent. They got that at that time, I needed to be vulnerable. I needed to display my vulnerability. I needed to acknowledge. I needed to display what victimized me. I needed to display and be honest of my own emotional response. And they got it. And I also I needed to know that I could tell my God. I needed to trust that the God that I serve, the God that I believe in, the God that I glorify, the God that I constantly acknowledge, I needed to know that I could go to my God and go off in front of my God. I needed to be reminded that the God that I serve, that the Creator cares even about me being frustrated, cares about me coming unglued, and that I could come unglued, that I didn't have to be proper. And how many of you know that sometimes there is no proper way to approach God. You're going through. You ain't got time to be proper. I ain't got time to be proper. Look. I'm like, Lord, look. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? And at this time, are you serious? Really? What am I going to do with this? Now I went off. Man, I went off. And after I went off, and after I vented with God and with some friends, people that I trust and I love, like, okay, now I'm ready to face this. Okay? But trust me. Trust me. If I had wanted to stay in the bed, just stay in the bed. Given, given life, given my life in the last 2 years, if I had just wanted to stay in the bed and just sit this out, just say no, I just can't. I just can't. Just can't. I just, I just can't. No one around me would have blamed me. If I wanted to lay down for just a week and just say, I won't do nothing, nope, nothing, nope, I don't want to think, I don't want to feel, I don't want to problem solve, I don't want to overcome, because every time I stand up, I get knocked down. Every time I overcome something, something else happens. So I'm just not going to try right now. I'm just not. Nope, I'm just not. They wouldn't blame me. But they also wouldn't allow me. They would not allow me to stay in that place too long. I believe if need be, they commit me. I feel kind of confident that if need be, they would go ahead and commit me because it's too unusual. So again, a recap, y'all. You cannot be a victim and victorious at the same time. I admonish you to choose victory and be intentional, be proactive for yourself to be victorious, to be a conqueror, to be an overcomer. And listen, it is true. In order to overcome something, you have to go through something. You can't overcome if you don't go through. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the Bible says, count it all joy. When you fall into various temptations, diverse trials, count it all joy. Now, I admit it's hard to count it all joy, but you can't overcome if you don't go through. So when you're going through, choose to overcome. Remember, you need a support system. We all need a support system. If you don't have one, I would like to encourage you to spend less time online. Peace, sis. Good to see you, Top Protected. Spend less time online and spend time. Create time. Make time to put together a support system. Unless you're on an island, and if you're listening to me, you're probably not on an island by yourself. Unless you're on an island by yourself, there are people around you. There is someone around you that can be a support system that you can add. If you feel like there isn't, I'm going to say something else that might be uncomfortable. Ask yourself, what is it about you that everyone around you, everyone that has been attracted to your environment cannot be trusted? Because if no one is around you that can be trusted, I guarantee you, if you take a good look at yourself, you cannot be trusted. You are untrustworthy. You are untrustworthy. You cannot be trusted. You are not good for support of someone else. You don't support, so you can't get support. You are attracting. If everyone around you, if there is no one around you that's a good fit for support, you have got to look at yourself. Here's something else. I know this doesn't sound good. I know it doesn't. If you have been a victim of getting your heart broken over and over again, if you're a victim of always being cheated on, if you're a victim of always being abused, taken advantage of, it is something about you. Because that should not be your only story. Every situation, every case, that shouldn't be your only story. Then let me go back up to the chat again. Let's see here. I keep trying to wrap it up. Rosie Ray says, in those situations, you really find out who will really ride for you. I'm lucky. He says, I'm lucky. Daily Raver, I need to ask, are you a male or a female? Because all this time I am unaware. I apologize. Are you a male or female? So Daily Raver says, I'm lucky. All I usually need is a bag of Skittles. Oh my goodness. A working PS4 in about 10 minutes. That's cute. Rosie Ray says, child, this life is not built for the weak. I know that it's blunt, but honestly, the weak really don't survive. The weak really don't survive. No, they won't. Not to bring race into this conversation, but after everything we have been through, we are still here standing. Amen. And Robbie said, amen. She reigns. Um, oh, my brother is that my brother? Oh, yeah, my brother's here. I'm going to definitely end this because my brother is here cutting my dad's hair. Let's see. Don't ever get committed. I swear, if you're not crazy when you go in, you will be when you come out. Okay, so let's see. Daily Raven says, funny because that is where I'm at right now. I don't think I'm untrustworthy, but it isn't about what I think in this case. Email you? Okay, I will email you. I sure will, Robbie. So, Daily Raven says, press 1 if you think I'm a guy, 2 if you think I'm a girl. And Robbie pressed 1. Rosie Ray says, less time online and self-reflection. Rain ain't playing tonight. She's giving us straight fire. I feel like I have been to church and a counseling session all in one. Let me read that again. She said, less time online and self-reflection. Rain ain't playing tonight. She is giving us straight fire. I feel like I have been to church and a counseling session all in one. And then the Reverend says, spoiler, the answer is 47. Nah, I'm a guy. Nobody has ever asked that before. Okay. Thank you, Daddy Raven, for that confirmation. I really appreciate that. So look into that though, seriously, because we are our circle, and our circle is us. Remember that you cannot punish your predator. And you know what? I didn't say this before, but the only thing that you should expect from a predator is for a predator to act like a predator. So remember, a predator is a person or a group that ruthlessly exploits others. Don't expect a shark to not act like a shark and you are a squid. Don't expect a shark to not act like a shark and you are a seal. If you're deep sea diving, don't act like a shark to not act like a shark. If your suit gets torn, don't expect a shark to not act like a shark. It is your job. And at best, and what you should do, and what we all should do, is you have to try to not be a victim to the predator. The only way to not be a victim to the predator is to avoid the predator. Don't dance in front of the predator. Don't be like, those bull riders or those bullfighters They go out into the, now I'm talking rodeo. And it's rodeo time. But don't act like a bullfighter. Okay, Robbie? And try to wave a flag in front of the bull to attract the bull and get him to chase you. No, you want to avoid it. Okay? The objective is to try to avoid it. Okay? We cannot punish our predators. They can be consequenced, but they cannot be punished. You cannot make your predator empathize for or with you. Got it? Got it? You cannot be a victim and be victorious at the same time. Choose victim or victorious. We will never negate the situation. Never negate your feelings about the situation. But don't get stuck. Remember, you have a choice to be stuck or to overcome. And I hope you choose being an overcomer. With that being said, I'm going to play us a song while I grab this email address. And we're going to be out. I tell you these things because I love you and I want us all to go and be and do better. I want to thank everyone for coming out, everyone for listening, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. I have other streams that are planned for today, and I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know right now. I'm not doing them, okay? I'm not. I'm going to push them back some more because I feel like it, okay? This is the stream that I wanted to do today, and that is all because now I'm going to go get myself dolled up and I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful cold weather. Alrighty? Got it. Daily River says a lot of people. That's right. That is the part what I do. If I see a snake, I expect it to act like a snake, and I will treat it that way. A lot of people are finding out that they don't like how I treat snakes. And he also says, bullfighters are crazy. They are jumping around in front of a creature that is the size, weight, and power of a car, but they mind of a psychopath with road rage. Not the job for me. Facts. And I want to go out with, we'll use this one to take us out. So casual, guided out. So tense. He loses sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in pieces of emotion. Negativity's getting closer. How I keep feeling is spoken. You know, sometimes everything seems hard. Sometimes everything seems hard. Sometimes it's hard. Places people in shock. You know, I'm the Lord. I remember you would say. Sometimes everything is hard. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah. I'm scared inside. He loses sleep on magic at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in pieces of emotion. Negativity is getting closer. How can you be so you know? Sometimes everything gets hard. Sometimes everything gets hard. So everything is hard. This is equal to much higher. You know I'm the Lord. I remember what you said. So I'm going to hard. It's just a relax. Alrighty. Good night.